And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field, see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Demontre Moore, the one to get him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And an alley to run. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Billy Cundiff now to kick the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Now Gordon on first down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. At the 21-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's San Antonio football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Elway down around his goal line. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. One receiver left, 3 to the right. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got Moncrief. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Mathis charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12. Play clock winding down. On 2nd down, Elway. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 45. 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want big tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Melvin Gordon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with third and just a yard. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. On 3rd and 1, it's Elway. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. You got the linemen that have to move. You got the wide receivers have to get out
and play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. He's got his man here. It's Green. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fresh set of downs here. A first down throw here for Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Rivers now sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And out now come the Seahawks. And tough starting field position here. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And this offense, this new offense, would appear they still have a few kinks to work through.
And isn't that to be expected? It's a unit that hasn't played together in a real game before. They've definitely got some growing pains, Brandon. And this one, it cost them 2 points.
And here now the offense heading back out there. On first down, Elway. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down. 2
yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
3rd and 2. Now Elway. He's got Cruz complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And on display right there, the arm that made John Elway a lot of money.
And that's going to leave a mark. Because when he throws it with that much force, one of the best arms the game has ever seen, one of the strongest ones, It does leave a mark. They actually called it the Elway cross because you could see the imprint on a player after he caught one of those bullet passes.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. On third down, Elway. Man open, Rice. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw is Elway. Throw left side, completion to Rice. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Josh Maga. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, we're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. And now back out comes the offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 3 yards remaining here on 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Now Elway on 3rd and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Here we go. It's Elway on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing Rivers. They finds his target, Terrence Williams. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And able to find Green. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd and goal for Rivers. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Terrence Williams, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Here's Rivers. His pass caught at the 4. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, I don't know that we saw a blowout loss coming of this magnitude. Boy, they've got to be shaking their heads in the locker room.
Not only they shake the field. I'm